figure out how to get the bus to the hostel, and then I see some guy, because you know how like at airports they have the signs that say your names. Anyway, someone had a sign that had my hostel, so I just went over and I was like, hi, can I join? And they're like, yes, show me your booking. Anyway, so then I just get the transfer. So that's great. That's saving me money and hassle on a bus. Starting Mykonos off pretty great, if you ask me. Ooh. And I've been off at the front seat. Alrighty, it's been some really beautiful service at Paradise Beach Camping. Had a lovely chat to our driver. I was feeling really privileged. Getting all the insider tips, and then we get there. It's very fancy in the reception, and you get like instructed one at a time, everything, and then we had to wait, and the little man went in privately, took us all to our room. So I've got like a little, like just like these little cabins. So I've got one to myself. It's got 2 beds, so I can pick and choose which bed I want. But yeah, so it's like a little village of tiny little houses. I'm yet to inspect. Someone I met just said, no, I've got a PowerPoint. Someone just said that he didn't have a PowerPoint, so look at this. Peekaboo. So I've got 2 beds, can pick and choose which one I would like for the night. I'd probably just prefer a little bit more space, but we're doing great. It's honestly like way better than I expected, considering, so like I've had to book a lot in advance because I've been like previously just booking like the day before or a couple of days before, because I wanted to figure out where I'm going. Like I haven't had any set plans, you know, I've been taking recommendations and stuff, but with it being like, you know, summer now, I've had to start booking because everything's been booked out. So in Mykonos, this was like the only place, this was the only hostel that had anything available, and there was no dorms, there was no nothing, it was just the little privates, and still like 100 and something Australian dollars a night for this little cabin. But it's kind of like better than I expected. I was fully prepared for another EOS experience of being in a tent. But yeah, that's the thing, Mykonos, like I got, for pretty much the same price, I had that whole fancy hotel room, which I upgraded to anyway, so, but oh well, I'm in Mykonos, and this is the experience, and yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of love, I mean, this is all my space, but I kind of love having my own space. There's no Wi-Fi here, so I will have to go to the common area to do anything, and then I have to be social, but that's good. At least there is a common area to go be social. And then there's the bar, the beach club, the mini mart's just up the road, and then the buses to go into Mykonos. So I'm excited.
So as you may be able to tell, I had a few beverages that night, but had lots of fun at the beach party, and then the next day went and explored Mykonos.
Checking out today. Just a short little trip. I've got lost in this village like a million times. There's so many different, some are like rooms, some are like little tent cabins. Yeah.
This is the communal bathroom. It's actually really nice. A lot fancier than I expected.
So I'm at my hostel now, but I had such a weird experience getting here. I got off my ferry from Mykonos to Andros and went straight to the bus, and like I asked I assumed it was the bus driver. I asked the guy that was standing near the bus, I was like, is this your bus? He was like, yes. He didn't speak a lot of English, and I was like, all right, cool. Are you able to get me to this location? And I showed him on the maps like where my hostel is, because it's on the other side of the island. I'm like, are you able to get me here? And he was really confused and was trying to zoom in and out but couldn't, and he was asking me to zoom in and out but speaking to me in Greek, and I was like, anyway, so we found it, and he was like, and then I was like, he was like, just whether you can get me there or not, does the bus route go that way? Like, can you get me there? And he was like, yeah. And I was like, even if you just get me to like that main town, Andros town, and I can try and get a taxi or something to the hostel. He was like, okay. So he put my bags on, and then I went and sat in the bus, and there was no one else on there. And then he comes on, so I'm like sitting on like the seats on this side, and then he comes, I was just at the front, and he comes and sits next to me on the seats on this side, and then just like leans back, reclines his seat, and just unbuckles his belt. And I'm like, well, I need to fend for my life and leave my stuff. I'm like, what is going on? Excuse me, sir. What are you doing? What are you doing? So I just casually looking the other way, and I'm just like texting Mike. I was like, it's a bit peculiar. And he sat there and he starts, trying to have chats to me, but didn't speak a lot of English. And he kept just like, I don't know why, but he just kept touching me every time he wanted like my attention, or like anytime he said anything to me, he just was like, I was like, yes, yeah, love it, yeah. And then this young bloke comes on, and he was like, he was 18. I was told that he was 18, and it's crazy that he's 18 and doesn't speak any English. Anyway, so they're just having a yarn about things, and they just started like speaking in Greek, and definitely speaking about me in Greek. Like, it was really weird. And then he just like whips out a pack of cigarettes and starts smoking inside the bus and offers me one. And I was like, oh good, thank you so much. And then he sends the other bloke off. He goes, oh, water. Like, pass me my water. And the young guy passes him like this bottle. It was in a water bottle, but it was like this brown liquid that was definitely not water. And he goes, no water. And he sends him off to get some water. And they come back with some water and snacks, and they offer me some. And I was like, oh, good, thank you so much. And then I'm just like, I don't know. And then he was just sitting there and trying to chat to me. And I was like, super weird. Like, just weird vibes. And then finally other people got on the bus, and I was like, okay, cool, I'm not getting kidnapped. That's awesome. At least there's other people here. And then when I got off the bus, he compared me to a lime rose, and that I smelled beautiful, and that, yeah, I'm a lime rose. But anyway, I made it, and then I got my taxi here. And that was that. So this is the front, like this is our porch pretty much. Sorry. Oh my god. Down this way. Sorry, look at that. Stunning. I love all this tiling as well. Gorgeous. And then there's like this little common area from stuff. So I finally made it into Andros and made my way up into the mountains where my hostel is. I was greeted by the lovely owner. We had a bit of a chat. It looks like I'm the only backpacker that's there because it's only opened up as a hostel recently. It's more of like a hotel in the mountains. Got to hang with the puppies, and then it's already 6 o'clock. So I wasn't gonna like do anything. Had some food, cooked me a really delicious chicken pesto crepe. Don't know why I just said it like that, crepe. But I figured I'm only here for 2 nights, so I better go do something. And you know, the sun doesn't set till 8:30 anyway, so it's obviously too late for me to go do a hike or anything and get down to the beach, but the waterfall, one of the main waterfalls, is really close by, so it's only like a 30-minute walk. So I'll go do that right now. Just in the mountains, I can see like a castle, and yeah, I'll keep you updated. Chickens, sheep, church, little castle. So the path like completely ended, at first it looked like it split into 2 bits, so I followed one, had to go, like it was really overgrown, so I went under trees and stuff, and then it just like completely dropped off. So then I went back to the other fork and I followed that for a bit, and then that's completely ended. So I'm going full mountain goat right now, because I figured if I keep climbing up rocks, if I just keep going up, I'll find somewhere, you know, and if I just keep staying with the water, it'll be right. But, oh, would you look at that? As if that's not meant to be. I'm fine. The problem is, I just need to be able to, oh, stunning. Ooh. I need to be able to find a road again before the sun completely goes down. But other than that, beautiful. This way looks more civilized. However, that way is following the waterfall. So, I might go that way. Ooh. Oh, an actual mountain goat. No way. Also, I feel genuinely way safer doing this in Greece than I do in Australia, which is funny. But I just feel like there's less things that can kill you here, you know? I found more goats. Oh my god. Kids. Baby goats. This is the view. The valley. The ocean. I really wish the goats would come back. They're so speedy. I can hear them bouncing. A little bit at a loss of where to go right now. There's obviously not enough reception. Not like I'm on a path to help find my way out anyway, but I kind of got to the top. Now I don't really know what to do. Surely if I just keep going up, it'll be fine. I'm taking these. Thanks for coming on this journey with me. Because I mean, I know I probably sound a bit insane talking to myself, but it makes me feel more sane. Like I have a friend. That's what an insane person would say. I thought these were like man-made paths, but I'm now realizing that they may be made by the goats. Like not made by the goats, but like trekked down by the goats. Okay, I know that I joked that I was mountain goating it, but like I proper am. I wish it was, ow, visible. Ooh, how steep this is. We're good. Love that I'm recording this because when I inevitably fall over like that, at least I get it in camera and then it's funny. Decided going up might not be the best idea. The view's stunning, but it's getting thicker and thicker. So I think I might have to go back down and find that path again. I really thought that if I kept going, I would find a road or a path. It usually works out for me. Anyway, right, we're recording this just in case. Where'd you? Can goats stay diagonal? Oh. Dad, if you watch this, you'll be proud. I found the body of water again, and I can see the sun. That's all we need, right? I found path. Alright, so that was short-lived. I have lost path. But I'm fairly certain it's in this general direction. That's crazy. I definitely didn't see that on my way up. It's just got me thinking, what eats mountain goats? What eats goat? Don't just like, aren't they too big for little predator? What's eating the goat? Unless it just, no, it can't die. It's a mountain goat. It's not going to die from starvation. What killed the goat? Oh, there's a dragonfly on me. That, and see these pipes, they're, so like in most of Greece you have to buy your water these are all like the natural springs where the water comes from. I don't know if this is where it comes from, but for this island, this is where they source their water, from the natural springs. So I thought if I just kept following the pipes, we'd be all good. Because I mean, someone had to put them there, right? But I guess they're kind of like doing their own thing. Anyway, still wondering what killed the goat. See, I don't know why I ever doubt myself. We're all good. Look at that path. And if you look at that, I'm back. I really wanted to get to the other side of the mountain. I got pretty high, but I wanted to get up there to see the sunset. But thrilled that I'm back here before the sun has gone down, and I can get my way back to the hostel nice and safe. Good little adventure. Ooh, I want to know what's in those. That's sick.
I've come down to one of the beaches to see all the beautiful coastlines. It's a windy island, but it's just gorgeous, like beautiful.
This is my backpackers. I pretty much have this, I have this entire apartment to myself because there's just like there's no backpackers here. It's only just opened up as the hostel. So I've got the bedroom to myself. Just a little living area, bathroom, kitchen, a balcony, my view. It's just like, it's gorgeous. I'm really social, and then other times I'm like, I love that no one else, like, it's so nice. I love having this to myself. It's great. So yesterday, the beautiful Nico, who, like, I guess he owns this place, I'm pretty sure I'm the only guest here as well, which is cool. And he lent me his electric bike to go down the mountain and stuff, because I was just gonna walk, because that's what everyone suggests, and there's not buses up here. And was going to do the hike down to the coast. And he was like, hey, would you like the bike? And I was like, yes, please. Coming back up, it's going to be amazing. And he was really nervous about it. Naturally, I would be too. And it made a lot of sense. Like, even though I've been doing heaps of like bike riding and stuff, and I've been on the ATVs and I've done everything, like, I feel really confident in it. Where Greece is really windy as it is. And this island is really, really windy. And then up in the mountains, like, no word of a lie, I was almost blown off this mountain. And I know I exaggerate a lot. Like, I know I'm very self-aware. I exaggerate. But I swear, I'm like, my boyfriend's alive. I was almost blown off this mountain. It was quite scary, I'm not gonna lie. But I was like really like holding on, and I'm coming down the mountain and I'm just braking as like much as I can, and the wind's like, it was crazy. I did it, and I biked around, and I saw just like the beautiful town. Went to some of the bays. I didn't go swimming because it was just like, it was an extra windy day yesterday. And I didn't want to just have like chafing on the way back up, riding up the mountain. And then I almost lost the bike key, like for the lock. So that was really stressful. And then the maps weren't working, so there wasn't enough signal. So then I was just like lost, and I just kept going down, like, and I'm like, well, I'll just go this direction. This seems about right. And then I get there, and I'm like, definitely the wrong way. So I have to come back up, and I was running out of battery with it. But it was so helpful that it was electronic, because like I'm going, this is so easy. Like, it's so easy. But yeah, it was really good. I'm glad I did it. I do wish I could have stayed here a little bit longer, because there is a lot to see, but I'll be back. I didn't get to the caves or the ancient monasteries or anything, but I saw a little bit, and I'm glad. It's been nice. It's been a nice little chill. So yeah.
Then my last night in Andros, I sat up at the bar. Like, I'm literally the only guest in the whole hostel. hotel, and just was chatting with like the owners and stuff and sharing life stories, and hearing it all about it was really interesting and cool. Like everyone's different experiences and stuff. And one of the younger son-in-law or something, like they were saying I should have stayed here for longer because there's so much more to explore. I'm like, yes, I know, but that's the problem. We're running out of time. And they're like, oh, you should have come see the caves. And I was like, oh yeah, I wish we could. And like, hold on, what time's your ferry? Maybe we could do that tomorrow. Then next morning, I accidentally slept in a little bit and talked to Mike, so I was fully like prepared to like not go to the caves. I was like, oh well, I just would rather get to my ferry and stuff in time, with my luck and everything. So went down, had some breakfast, had another crepe. It was really yummy. Chatted with the family, and played with the little kid and the dogs and stuff. And then the son-in-law, like one of the hosts, was like, you still want to go to the caves? And I was like, oh, like, will we have time? Worked it out. I'm like, oh, I actually will have like plenty of time before my ferry. He's like, oh no, I really want to see it again. I've seen it twice already. I really want to go again. And I was like, okay, heck yeah. I don't have to pay for a taxi. That's wonderful. And he dropped me to the ferry after. I'm like, yes. So when did that? Oh my God, the caves were amazing. I know that it sounds crazy for me to talk about like the power and the energy, but there's so much energy in there. Like you just felt it was so serene. And they were like the stalagmites and stalactites, whatever, are just like billions of years old, like massive. And the crystals, and oh my gosh, like it was crazy. And for like being in the caves, like the air was so clear, and it was just like, it was really special. You couldn't take like flash photography of anything, and like everyone, it was really, really cool. And then he dropped me to the ferry. We had a coffee before I left, said thank you so much, and that was that. And then had to wait and get on the ferry, so that was pretty awesome. And then off to Athens. So